The best of money matters. Right Business.
Welcome to The Right Business, where we dive deep into the stories of trailblazers who dare to disrupt the status quo, find the gap in the market to find the right business. Hello, I'm Hongbin Jeong. Now, since 2018, Parklab has been at the forefront of revolutionizing play and recreational spaces. Whether it's the whimsical indoor space at Changi Airport or the timber playground at Nassim Mansion, they are a testament to this vision. In an era marked by stress and uncertainty, the role of businesses like Parklab has never been more vital. By designing spaces that integrate seamlessly with their surroundings, our next guest ensures that the act of play is accessible for all. But it's also clear that our next guest, Jensen Goh, is not just building playgrounds. He's also cultivating spaces that nurture imagination, joy, and a sense of freedom for future generations. So how can play shape our world? And why is Parklab leading the charge in this exciting field? Well, joining me today to share more is Jensen Goh, who is the CEO of Parklab Group. Hi, Jensen. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Hongbin. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. Jensen, your journey with Parklab began from a deeply personal place, I believe. So for a start, perhaps you could share with us how your childhood experiences influenced the company's philosophy.
Yeah, sure. So I had pretty fond memories growing up at play spaces. I remember spending time in neighborhoods where pretty well-crafted areas like the pavilion, exercise corners, or even just very well-maintained grass patches brought people together. I would say that early exposure made me realize the importance of these kind of spaces. So it's not just as business, but as a way to also improve our everyday life.
I see. Well, Parklab's ethos centers around inclusivity, sustainability, and creativity. How do you incorporate these values into the design and construction of each project then?
So for us, inclusivity doesn't just stop at physically challenged children, but also sensory challenged children.
Okay.
In one of our designs, we created a play equipment like a quiet grove. We call it a quiet grove. So it's been tested to reduce sight, sounds, and even smells that can overstimulate. So this can be installed away from the main playground to create a more peaceful retreat for the overstimulated children or child to escape the hustle and bustle. So you see a lot of times when children, they are overstimulated, they would cry and they would want to go home. But these quiet groves allows them to cry and have some quiet time before they can resume back to play.
I see. Well, one of your company's early challenges, I believe, was convincing clients of the benefits of using sustainable timber. How did you overcome this skepticism?
So because of our climate, right, the stakeholders are very practical and they are very particular about the maintainability and durability of the structure itself. So one way for us to educate them was to let them know about the longevity of the timber compared to steel. So we share with them our studies on the surface temperature of the two playgrounds made with different material during the same time of the day. And some of them, actually, they are very convinced by that.
I see. Well, Parklab's playground at Changi Airport is also a very incredible example of, creativity and design. What inspired the idea of using local cuisines as play elements in the design?
So actually, this design brief was from the clients themselves. So I think it was from CAG themselves then. But we were free to propose the type of cuisines and how different cuisines can be a play structure. So we made pandan cake designs like a huge tunnel whereby in the middle it's hollow and children can run through it with sensory play equipment in the middle. And we did a spoon-like structure that can double up as a slide and tutu kuis as climbing and hitting elements.
I see. Well, the timber playground at Nassim Mansion was also groundbreaking in the use of northern pine wood. What did you learn from that project and how has it shaped your future designs?
Actually, that project let us better understand, despite the difficulties we face on timber, we better understand the profile of clients that are more willing to accept natural materials, even though there's a probability that it might not outlast their counterpart.
I see. Well, as a company that values play as an essential part of life, how do you then ensure that the play spaces you create foster both fun and meaningful connections?
I think we look a lot into the function of playgrounds. So we usually separate it out into 4 different play functions. So one is cognitive development. So during our design, we make sure that our playgrounds simulate children's brain, helping them them to problem solve, think critically. Another one is a risk assessment. So some riskier play elements like sliding poles, lock rollers, they help kids to learn how to assess and manage risk. Whether is it climbing higher or trying to do something new, it teaches them how to make decisions and also understand their limitations.
I see. Then in an increasingly technology-driven world, how do you then balance the need for human connection with the rise of digital play experiences such as augmented reality?
Yeah, so there's a saying, if you can't join them. So despite us saying that our biggest competitors are our fellow industry players, but actually the devices themselves, we are in the midst of incorporating digital play elements, AR, which can be painted on playground poles, which can give out a story or gamified experience when being scanned by the device. So we are working with organizations like the National Youth Council for this, but it will roll out probably by the end of this year.
Interesting. Well, you mentioned that play is not just about fun, but also about freedom and trust. So how do you ensure that these elements present in the playgrounds that you do design?
We design them that allow children to create their own play experiences. So what we call that is unstructured play opportunities. So open-ended structures like climbing frames, obstacle course, and modular play equipment actually encourage them to think freely, let their creative juice flow, and give them the necessary challenges, yet in a safe space.
I see. Yeah. Well, Parklab has seen immense success with its project, with many spaces becoming community hubs. How do you measure the success of a playground or, a play space beyond just usage?
So actually, we can't really put an actual measurable benchmark over there. But for us, we'll be looking at who is using the space. A successful space to us cater to children with diverse abilities, different age groups, and even adults. So if we see teenagers, grandparents, and parents engaging the space, we know we have designed something truly inclusive in a way.
I see. Well, as you look towards the future of play then, you've mentioned seeing play structures moving upwards in cityscapes. What does this vision look like in practice?
Yeah, so we can explore in a few areas. I think rooftop play spaces. So there's a lot of unused rooftop in residential and commercial buildings that we think that can be transformed into play zones. So coupled with green spaces, climbing structures, and even adventure trails.
I see.
And of course, we can also think of rock climbing walls, obstacle courses like interactive LED climbing panels on the building facades to engage children and adults in both manners. We are likely to see it going upwards because of the space in Singapore.
Okay. Well, besides moving upwards in cityscapes, how do you think play can, evolve in the future to engage children in new and innovative ways?
We already see it more interactive and inclusive and incorporating new technology. So we are also exploring non-technological play functions like scent invigorated slides. So we will try to match plant colors and also the scent of the plant, for example, mint, to allow children to associate with the color of the plant earlier. So if you are sliding down a green slide, and you can smell mint smell, you will know that a mint is green in color.
I see. Well, Jensen, your job sounds very, very fun. And you're not only creating, I feel like when you're creating these play spaces, you're also having fun as well. So what do you think is the most fulfilling part of your work? And I mean, when you look at a finished Parklab project, what makes you feel the most proud?
For us, every customized project is uniquely by itself. So be it from the design or engineering point of view. So other than the sense of satisfaction to be able to materialize the unique design intent, which we have been working with the client for years. So the next best part about our job is really just seeing pure, simple joy coming from the children when they enjoy what we have built.
I see. That's so sweet. Well, before we let you go here, Jensen, what's next for Parklab Group? Are there any expansion plans in the pipelines?
Our focus is still on developing the playscape of Singapore at the moment. But in the near future, we have plans to bring out our design, especially to developing nations, where we see that actually there's a growing trend of emphasis on the landscapes in the urban environment. One good example is Thailand, whereby despite high density in their population in certain regions, they are also emphasizing on having greenery areas in central places.
I see. Well, thank you so much, Jensen, for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Hongbin.
Thank you. That was Jensen Goh, CEO of Parklab Group, and this has been The Right Business with me, Hongbin Jeong.
To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.